Welcome back, everybody. Chef David here with the NuWave oven. This afternoon, we're going to do a dish, two components. We're going to do pork, boneless pork chop, basically a sirloin cut. We're going to do it in a Milanese style, which is basically going to be breaded, fried on our PIC, our precision induction cooktop. To go along with that, I'm actually going to make a very interesting salad for you. We're going to do a pear, red onion, and celery heart salad made with a little orange vinaigrette. We have some fresh orange juice. I'm going to show you guys how to make beautiful orange segments with your knife, okay? We're going to make a really nice salad, get that marinating. We're going to cook off our tenderloins really quick and have a really nice fast Friday night dinner, okay? So let's get started. First thing we do, let me show you some of the components of the salad. So we've got celery tops, and the reason I say these is very simple. People don't realize we go out of our way, we spend money to buy herbs like parsley. Next time your dish called a pasta dish, a soup, calls for some fresh parsley, I want you to take some celery leaves off the top, wash them, and chop them up and try them. Beautiful, fresh, herby, celery-like flavor. It's just wonderful, and that's why I want to show you that. So now, component number one. These are the hearts of the celery. I'm just going to chop these fine. I've got some leaves. I've got some of the really tender, sweet stems. Okay? A couple of beautiful pears. We're going to make slices. We're going to leave the skin on because we've got a lot of nutritional value in the skin. We've got a red onion, and I've got an orange. And I'm going to show you how to peel this and make the supremes or the orange segments that I have here. And if you look, with the exception of that one, well, this one still has some of the pith on it. You see that? See, I don't like that for presentation. When I have my cooks or assistants do the segments, every one of them has to be perfect, without a pit and without any of the pith. So let me show you guys how to do that real quick. All right, this goes in my compost. So, start off, peel each end of the orange. Okay, and again, we can save these, compost. These are great if you have cows at home. It's very good for E. coli in the cattle. I don't know if you know that. Take your knife and take off the skin, and the white part is the pith, all right? For you jam and jelly makers out there, you know that we save the skins, and you give them a quick julienne like this to put in your orange marmalade, which we're actually making some. If we have time, I'll show it to you later. And you know that the pith has a lot of the pectin in it, and that's going to make your orange marmalade thicken, okay? So just with your knife, sharp knife, come down, and you want to expose all the fruit. And not just expose the fruit, but we're also exposing the little lines that each segment is trapped in, okay? So you can do this with a vegetable peeler if you like. You can do this with a small paring knife. I like my big knife. And again, I don't mind if I have some of the orange still attached to the pith. I'd rather not have any pith attached to the orange. And again, I'm going to use this. I'm either going to julienne these, and I can candy these. You put these in a pot like this with some water and some sugar, let them simmer for about 20 minutes, and you'll make candied orange peel. Or I can cut them up, put them into my orange marmalade, or I can just feed them to the chickens. So no pith, again. Now very simple. Let me get the bowl. If you guys can see this, you can actually see the little lines where the segments are, and they go in a V shape. See that? So with your knife, we're going to come in like this and like that. And you guys can use a smaller knife. You don't have to use the big one that I'm doing. So you see right there, I have a nice, perfect segment with no pith and no pips or no pits. My mom calls them pips. I don't know why. I call them pits. And in all the parts of the skin like this we can squeeze out and get some more orange juice for our vinaigrette, okay? Very simple, guys. And again, use the paring knife. I don't want to email one of you guys cut your hand off. So what I do is once I get all through them, these are wonderful for breakfast too. And if you've ever been to a nice hotel or a good restaurant on a Sunday, you can actually order fruit segments like this for breakfast. Okay, so this should probably take the longest out of this component for the salad. Now from here, just take this, and this way we can keep our segments floating in some juice, okay? And again, that's going right in my composter. Okay, so we've got some stems here. Let me do the rest of the salad real quick. Let's clean up a bit. So again, you can julienne these like I showed you and make candied orange peels. Add them to your marmalade. Right now I'm just going to compost mine for the garden, but I'm not wasting them. Okay. A little red onion, cut in half, and we get a quick julienne on it. Nice and thin, paper thin if you can. You can use this on one of those mandolins, those slicers if you want, okay? My mom has a nice trick. She actually gets an onion down at the butcher shop where she lives and tells a cute little joke to the butcher, and he'll put the onion right on a slicing machine for her, and then she doesn't have to slice them thin. Mom's cute that way. It's a true story, guys. Cameraman, don't believe me. Okay, now we take our pears and our onion. Pear gets cut right in half. Inside the pear, we have a little seed pod, and we just cut that out with our knife, okay? Just like this. And notice I left the skin on. A lot of nutrition in the skin, a lot of texture, the color, and I'm not giving that up. Long slices of the pear. Okay, it's gonna be a very rustic style salad, and I want it to be that way on purpose. It's gonna have different textures, different crunch. And the reason I'm doing a salad is that sometimes on the weekends, I get home with my son, we wanna have something, we usually have a protein, steak, chicken, pork, but I don't always wanna have a starch with it, heavy potatoes or pasta or rice. So we started eating salads, and we started kind of challenging each other to come up with different salads that we could make. So this is the one that I came up with some of his help. Save the rest of that pear for later. And actually, I kind of put this salad together from the refrigerator at home, just using things that were left over. I had a pear. I always have some celery in my refrigerator. And then the salad just started coming together. Now, with the celery, again, I'm going to cut the leaves very finely, almost like an herb. And then when I get down to the stalks, now a little bigger. Again, that's for texture. It just goes right in. This is a very simple salad. Now I'm going to show you how to make the vinaigrette, but I'm not going to dress it yet because what we want to do is make sure the vinaigrette doesn't wilt the salad. So instead of buying expensive herbs, matter of fact, even the parsley I didn't buy, we bought parsley root, and the parsley comes free attached to it. I'll show you that in another video. So the red onions. Now at this stage, if you wanted to, you could put a little of your olive oil on the salad. It's going to keep it moist. It's going to start to flavor it. And we can put some butcher black pepper. I'm not putting salt, and you think you guys know why if you see the videos. The salt is going to draw out the moisture from the vegetables. It's going to make it wilt, all right? So now I'm going to finish this with some orange segments, okay? It's almost a summery kind of salad, and I realize that, but you know, out here in Illinois in the winter, sometimes we need a little bit of summer to get us through. Put the salad on the side. Now, when we come back, I'm going to show you the difference between the 2 cuts of pork I have here. I'm going to show you the Milanese style of breading them. I'm going to cook them off on a PIC, make a quick sauce, serve them with our salad as soon as we come back. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, Chef Dave here, the NuWave oven. Now, we have our salad already cut, tossed with some herbs, a little bit of olive oil. We're going to finish the vinaigrette, which is going to be very simple. Extra virgin olive oil, fresh orange juice, and I have some really nice champagne vinegar. You can use white wine vinegar if you'd like, okay? And we're going to toss that together with a little salt, and that'll finish the salad. Before that, I have 2 cuts of meat here. And basically what I have here, I don't know if you guys can see this on the plate, I have 2 darker, smaller pieces of meat, and then the 2 which look like boneless pork chops, which basically they are. This actually came all together on this T-bone here, just like a T-bone steak, and it kind of looked a little bit like that before I got my knife onto it and took the bone out. Now the bone could be roasted and put into the sauce if you wanted to. But what I wanted to show you guys today was the 2 different cuts of meat that I could get out of here. And basically what we want to do for Milanese style is very simple. We're going to do a standard English style breading. And I've got my flour. We're going to do 2 eggs. I don't know why I have 4. Eggshells go, you guessed it, right back in the compost. This will put calcium back in your soil. That's good. Okay, no shells in there. Got my magic whisk. You guys will like this. This is cute. Watch this. I can stir like this. This is one of our hearthware inventions. Beats the eggs up really fast. This comes with our Love and Wear Bake kit, guys. Yeah, these things are wonderful. All right, so that's that. Okay, so your standard breading procedure. All right. So now with the pork chop, or the boneless tenderloin, we can thin this out a little bit, just with our knife. Okay. You can put this into a Ziploc bag or a flavor locker bag with a little bit of oil and use your mallet to pound it down. You can fold a piece of plastic wrap over it, lightly rub with oil, and flatten it easier. I like to do it just with my knife because I'm not pounding it too thin. I just want to break up the meat fiber a little bit so it's going to be a little more tender. Make a little noise for the cameraman. Okay, my egg can go here. Now the tenderloin is going to be a lot easier. These will flatten much easier. We can cook one of these off too, just so you guys can see the difference in the medallion as to the tenderloin. Okay? So very simple. We'll do 1 and 1. Okay? So we go into our PIC. I'm going to put this on medium high to start, which is 375. Let the pan warm up. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to bread these and start browning them off. Okay? They should take about anywhere from 2.5 to 3.5 minutes per side, but on a medium-high heat. If you have them too high, you will burn the breadcrumb. And we want the breadcrumb to get nice and brown and the meat to cook through, okay? So you may have to adjust your recipe a little bit on that. Okay, so a little flour, dust it off, right into the egg. All right, same hand. I'll show you a trick so you don't get all clumpy breadcrumbs on your fingers. The egg hand, always keep it away from the breadcrumb hand. Throw the breadcrumbs on top, and then your hand stays clean, all right? So that's the tenderloin, remember? This one is the center cut into the egg. Now, if you're gonna do, say a couple of multiple dishes for a holiday, say we're gonna do some breaded chicken and breaded pork, we're gonna do the pork first. Pork doesn't have salmonella, but the chicken does. So you'll be able to use it for both dishes if you use the chicken last, okay? And then once you use the chicken, then throw everything out because there'll be no redemption for it after that. Okay, so there's our breaded pork. Clear up here a little bit for you guys so you can see better. All right, as soon as we come back, I'm gonna brown these off, make a fast pan sauce, serve with our salad. Welcome back, everybody. Okay, we're gonna brown off our Milanese style pork. And just so you know, when something says in the style of Milan or Milanese, it doesn't always mean breadcrumbs. It can mean several different things, but it does mean it comes from the Milan area of Italy, all right? So we start off with a little olive oil, and not much. Here's the trick. If you think you put too much in the pan, then we take it out, okay? We don't need a lot of oil. It's a non-stick pan, first of all, right? It's a beautiful door line. Let's get these in here. You guys see that beep on the PIC? You take the pan off, you get the E1. That means it's on, but there's no connection, magnetic connection. One of the safety features. Okay. Also notice something else I did not do. On the meat before I bread it, I didn't salt it. I don't want to draw out that moisture. I'm going to season the outside of this when these are done, okay? So now let's finish the salad real quick. Let me show you guys how to make a vinaigrette. Take my extra oil, can go in my compost bin. Anything that's organic goes in the compost. Anything that you can actually eat, pretty much, goes in there. Make sure you don't put any plastic, metal. Actually, sometimes I'll even compost wood chips. If I do a project at home and I have unpainted wood or unstained or untreated wood chips, sawdust, right in the compost. Okay, whisk. Acid, orange juice, beautiful sweet orange juice. My sour champagne vinegar. So it's about 2-to-1 ratio, the orange to the vinegar, huh? And I have the recipe there. Little pinch of kosher, little cracked black. A little bit of parsley. Spill vinegar. And here's my extra virgin olive oil and a whisk. I always make my vinaigrettes 2 to 2.5 to 1, oil to vinegar. pretty standard. I made a little extra here, but that's good because I can let this sit in the refrigerator up to a week. And I can toss this on anything. Cucumber salad, just some really nice vine-ripe tomatoes. This would be beautiful with it. So what we do is a few big tablespoons of this. You really get the beautiful flavor of that olive oil coming out. You turn these. Now, in the Duralon, what's going to happen sometimes is these are going to absorb the oil, the crust, so I may have to put a little more oil in here. But again, it's a non-stick pan. We'll let those go a little longer. So the salad, again, very rustic style that I like. Almost chunky and coarse. Plate the salad up on one half of the plate. It's actually a pretty elegant looking salad with all the different colors. And trust me on the celery trick, using the leaves for the herb. Make sure we get enough oranges in there. Be careful of the ratio of the orange and the pear to the onion. I like onions, but you might not be the most popular person at the dinner table. You have too many. All right, so that's that. There's our salad, there's our vinaigrette. Okay, so about 2.5, 3 minutes on each side, and then we're gonna make a quick pan sauce. Okay, I'm gonna let my pork medallion rest. Another 30 seconds there. We have some beef stock that I've reduced down. I have a little lemon juice. I have some capers, okay? If you know what these are, they come packed in salt or they come packed in brine. Give them a little rinse. A little more parsley. I got butcher black pepper and a little salt. I'm just gonna make a quick little pan sauce. Let the pork rest. Now, what I do here is, when you have this hot oil in the pan, and it's a non-stick pan, so we're not gonna get any really brown bits on the bottom, but the oil has to cool off before you put it away. Don't just throw it in your sink. There might be water in the sink, and you'll get a splash. So turn off your PIC, let the oil cool down for a minute, and then we're gonna come back, we're gonna finish this quick sauce, and this dish is gonna be done. You guys try it at home, send me an email at chef@hearthware and let me know how it comes out. Okay guys, Chef David here, so welcome back. So we've got that beautiful salad pear, red onion, the celery hearts. We tossed together with orange segments and an orange vinaigrette. So we made the orange vinaigrette because we used orange segments, we saved the juice to finish off the orange vinaigrette. We've got the pork loin and the pork tenderloin, breaded Milanese style. Now let's make a quick pan sauce. So I've got my beef stock that we made here, and we reduced a little bit. You can buy a store-bought kind. I think they sell these now in the freezer section. They call it a veal glaze or something like that. Basically, it's the beef stock just cooked down. So I'm gonna put mine in. I'm gonna hit it with a little lemon juice. Okay. Watch for the splatter. You're gonna get some. It's not smoke, just a little steam coming up. I know you guys worry about me. Now, I think this is fine. Pan is getting a little hot. Let me get my silicone out so I don't put metal on my pan, which you know I always tell you not to do. You know sometimes I forget. Okay. Now, if this is reducing too fast for you, just lower it. Put it down to medium, hit start again. That'll slow the process down. Because we want this to reduce a little more to make a glaze, but we don't want to burn it. So right now in here, the components I have are my reduced veal stock, my beef stock, and a little bit of lemon. That's really nice. Sour, rich. Butcher cracked pepper. About a tablespoon of parsley. A teaspoon of capers. Remember, capers can be very powerful flavor and salty. I don't want to overpower the dish. The final component of this, and I'll leave this one up to you in the recipe if you choose. You guys can put this as it is, a nice dark rich sauce, and I'll show you how to do that. And I'm also going to show you how to finish this with a little cream to lighten it a little bit, all right? So we're going to bring this simply back to a boil, okay? Once this comes to a boil, We're gonna put a little on one side and then I'll finish it with the cream and I'll show you the different colors, okay? It shouldn't take too long. Put the heat up if I want, just to get it moving. Here's my heavy cream. This was the salad that we made to accompany our beautiful pork Milanese dinner tonight. Okay, so here is, look how rich this sauce looks. And again, it's just my beef stock that I've reduced. Let it simmer really slowly on the stove until I get this dark, rich color. I really like that color. Now, if we want, we can put a little drop of heavy cream, whipping cream. I know we're adding a little fat to this, but you know, we're at this point of luxury, guys. Let's go all the way, huh? And watch how fast this comes together. And basically it's gonna enrich it and lighten it up a little bit. Let it come back to a boil. It's gonna help thicken the cream a little bit. Let's get this on high so we can get you guys to dinner, huh? Let's make mine a little lighter in color. All right, that's the color I'm looking for right there. Call it like a walnut color or mahogany, I don't know. Okay, and I just want to show you guys on this side of the plate, if you can see, the other color of the sauce, all right? And here we go. And again, this is just the same sauce as that real decadent one we have there, just enriched with a little cream. All right, well listen, if you really want to impress the neighbors, serve them both sauces. Chef David, send me an email at chef@hearthware. Let me know how your pork Milanese comes out. Let me know if you've changed the salad, if you made it better. Drop me a line and let me know. Enjoy dinner tonight, guys.